Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, today I wanted to get on here and talk about the upcoming remodeled next-gen Toyota Tacoma and what it needs. You know, recently I went out and I drove the 2020 Off-Road and the 2020 Sport in the non-manual edition, of course, because I can't put my hands on one yet. I have a 2020 on order, but after driving those, I thought, you know, there's a few things that would make the Tacoma my ideal truck if Toyota would just add them. So I got a list of stuff here. I'm going to run through what I think would make the perfect next-gen Toyota Tacoma. And the first thing are LEDs all around. Now, right now on the 2020s, you can get a package that has LED headlights and LED daytime driving lights and LED fog lights, but it's part of a package. It's not standard. Now, I think Toyota should make this standard, and it should be all throughout the truck, not only on the front end, which I think they should add an LED light bar, by the way, but also on the interior. LED map lights, LED mirrors, LED dome light, the whole shot on the inside of the truck. Also, adding an LED light in the bed as a standard option. You can have it put in now, and it's awesome. I mean, it lights the bed up like daytime. But I think that should be standard across all the models with the next generation Tacoma that's coming. Next up is a fully retractable rear window. Right now, you can get that in the upper level Tundras, like the Platinum or the Pro or the Crew Max, but you can't get it in a Tundra or a Tacoma rather at all. I think it would be an awesome feature. They already have it in some of the Tundras, so let's add it as a standard feature or maybe an upper level TRD feature in the Tacoma. I think it would be awesome. It gives you that open air feeling. You know, when you put that rear window down and all the other windows, and if you happen to have a sunroof, it's almost like having a convertible. Awesome addition. Next up is a blacked out Tacoma edition. You know, a lot of other trucks do this. They have a blacked out option where they have the black wheels, they have black bezeling around the headlights, the black bezel around the fog lights, maybe some blacked out rear tail lights. And I'm not talking about just adding like a blacked out badge package. I mean, you can already get that now. That's just a few cosmetic things. I want the whole thing blacked out as an option. They've done it in the past, special editions, if you will. They've had the X-Runner. They had an Iron Man truck. Let's go with the black edition Tacoma. How about disc brakes all around? A lot of people talk about wanting to have disc brakes, right? Now, not such a big deal for me, but I understand why people want them. How complicated can it be? In the next gen Tacoma, let's have disc brakes all around. In other words, in the rear too. This next one, I think, would be awesome. This next one would tempt me into trading off the 2020 when the regen, or the next gen rather, Tacoma comes out, probably in 2023 or maybe even 24. And that's a 300 horsepower motor. Now, whether they achieve that by adding turbos or electric motors or some sort of hybrid, I don't know. Wouldn't it be awesome to have a 300 horsepower Tacoma? And I'm not asking for much. I mean, it's only a bump of about 22 or so horsepower over what we currently get. I think they could achieve that along with the fuel economy that undoubtedly they're trying to get to in the next gen Tacoma. How about rain sensing wipers? Something little, not very significant, but very handy. Would go right along with the automatic headlights. You know, you have a little adjustment on the stalk rather. You just turn it to auto and then you can adjust the sensitivity. I've had it on several vehicles in the past. It's just one of those little minor conveniences. You might also throw it in as a safety convenience, right? How about a panoramic sunroof? Now, I have selfish reasons for this. But first of all, I know there's a lot of people that love sunroofs or moonroofs, as they call them now. I would use it for video purposes. You know, to be able to stick my camera, suction my camera up all around on that sunroof to get different views and different angles, both inside and outside of the truck. Now, it might not be so far-fetched because I will say Toyota did have, up until I think 2019, a GoPro mount in the truck. So they're obviously aware that people like to put cameras in, or at least some do, to film off-roading or scenic trips, or if you're like me, videos for YouTube. Would come in very handy for me from a selfish standpoint. Next up, a factory lift. You know, a lot of dealerships now, they'll get in a truck and they'll send it out to a third party for a lift, and they do warrant them. But the big problem is, or the big concern is, a lot of people are worried about what that does to the truck. Is it going to cause wear on other parts? Is it going to cause issues with warranty? Even though it should be warranted under the dealership if you bought the truck new that way. I'd like to see one engineered specifically for the Tacoma from the factory. In other words, something that's set up to work with the parts and things that the Toyota has. That it's not going to cause extra wear or any concerns about warranty. Let's engineer it into the truck. And I mean something like a 3 or 4 inch lift, something like that. You know, what a lot of people do anyway these days. I think it would be an awesome addition to the truck and might even make it attractive to an even bigger audience, a broader audience out there who don't want to buy the truck and have to screw with having a lift done somewhere else and changing the wheels and the tires. And it would just come that way from the factory. I think it would be awesome. Next up, a full TRD optioned out truck from the factory. In other words, it would come with all of the TRD parts on it, similar to what the Pro does now. I mean, they already have the capability to do it. TRD is owned, right, Toyota Racing Development, by Toyota. So all they would have to do is add these parts as now this could be a separate package if you want the TRD package. It would include things like the exhaust and the skid plate, the grill, you know, the heritage grill that everybody seems to go to, at least the modding community. And even the little shift knob, the TRD shift knob, and the oil cover. All these things could be in a TRD package, something that Toyota already owns and already has. I think it would be awesome. That way you don't have to sit in the office if you want these things, you know, while you're sitting in the finance office and you're adding things in. It would just come as a package. You would have it all if you wanted it. Lastly, and this is something that's kind of a pet peeve for me, only because I recently just went through this myself, and we also did it with my wife's Jeep. And that is an a la carte ordering capability, I guess. In other words, if you're going to order a truck and you want to spec it out the way that you want it, you should be able to go out there. There's just a list of options, you know, with a little description. You know, you want color-matched bumpers, color-matched mirrors. You want the advanced 360-degree camera. Or you want, and like I mentioned before, the heritage grill. You should be able to pick and choose those things. Now, I realize there's a little bit more cost to that, to Toyota, maybe. So maybe there's a little bit of a surcharge to do that. You know, an extra 100 or 500 bucks if you want to go with the a la carte option. But that way you could pick things that you want. You don't have to be stuck in packages that either add or eliminate some of the things that you want. I went through that myself. You know, I picked one package and it was perfect, but there was something else out there that I wanted. But if I chose that, I had to go with that package, and then it eliminated or limited me on stuff in my other package. I mean, it's crazy. I want to be able to get the things that I want and not have to buy the things that I don't want. I think it would be pretty darn cool. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, run through a few things that I think would make the next gen, or the remodeled Tacoma that's going to be coming up, a lot more attractive. Put it up there at the top of the heap instead of trying to catch up or staying even. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anything that I'm missing? Do you like these ideas? Would you like an a la carte menu so that if you want to order a truck the way that you want it, you can? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.